welcome to Healthy Tales with Sahiba, brought to you by Zoconut, a leading business management software for health and nutrition businesses. Healthy Tales is a first of its kind talk show featuring leaders from the health, fitness and nutrition industry. Come join me as I welcome my guest for the show today. Hi Nupuur, hi. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Today on my show is a phenomenal female entrepreneur from Dubai, a health coach, a triathlete, and an ex-commercial pilot. Please welcome Miss Nupuur Patil. Welcome Nupuur. Welcome to my show.
Thank you so
for coming
much.
all the way. So Nupuur, you were a commercial pilot, a successful commercial pilot. Why did you make this switch to health and nutrition space?
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a pleasure. And to answer your question, I was a commercial pilot and it was taking a toll on my health. And I was obese at that time. And the odd working hours, late night flights was not making it any easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back to India for some personal reason and I had gone for my pilot training right after my 12th. So I still had not completed my degrees. So when I came back, I don't know what intrigued me, but when I was deciding what to take on as a degree, I got interested in nutrition and health and, fitness, because I was so unhealthy. I was like, okay, maybe it could help me.
Right.
So I did my degrees and I did a ton of certifications after that, because I believe that learning should never stop, and it doesn't stop.
Absolutely.
So I still keep on doing a lot of certifications, and that's how I got here basically. But this was just the beginning, and thankfully for me, I kept finding things, which would push me to where I am today. So one such thing was during the lockdown, where I got certified as a sports nutritionist from the Olympic Committee. And the best part is I had just taken up running and I was so bad at it. So I used whatever I learned on myself first. And after that, I've completed 2 Ironman 70.3,
Oh, wow.
which is a triathlon.
Right.
So, and I'm also training for a full marathon and a full Ironman.
It's very interesting, very inspiring to hear this.
Yeah.
But many people wouldn't probably know what Ironman 70.3 is. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, absolutely. So Ironman 70.3 is a triathlon where you swim for 2 kilometers and then you bike for 90 kilometers and then you run for 21.1 kilometers, which is a half marathon, everything in one day. So when I did it for the first time, I was very bad at it, to be honest, and I did it in 7 hours and 27 minutes. But when I did
you
it,
completed it.
yes, I did.
Which is commendable.
Yes, absolutely. But this year I could finish it in 6 hours and 10 minutes. So definitely nutrition and food plays such a huge role,
Right.
You can achieve anything that you want.
I remember during the pandemic, I think they had this triathlon, virtual triathlon, where people ran on their terraces, on the balconies, etc. Yeah, very interesting. Nupuur, how do you, what kind of clients do you consult with? What is your approach?
So I have a very wide spectrum of clients, because I work globally. I have my own app, which allows me to work with clients all over the world. So be it men, women, children, senior citizens, I worked with all of them. And if you just want to lose weight or if you have lifestyle diseases, I help everyone. And the approach I take is very simple yet very effective, because I have lost 30 kgs myself. That experience itself is a different one for me, because I don't want any of my clients to go through what I did. I take a very sustainable and a long-term approach, similar to what I did. So if the client cannot follow something for minimum 10 years or maximum for the rest of their lives, I do not ask them to do it.
That kind of gives results also, right?
Yes,
These
absolutely.
Short-term diets don't usually give effective results, is what I feel, in the long run.
Yes, exactly. I mean, short-term things or diets or anything that you try might give you a result, but there's definitely going to be a relapse.
Right.
And from my own experience of trying probably every diet under the sun, I know this. And like I said, I don't want any of my clients to go through that. This is the approach I take, and definitely it shows a huge change in terms of mindset, in terms of, what you think about food, how your mindset changes around food, which is much more important in the long run.
And also because since you share that you've lost 30 kilos, I share a similar story where I also lost 30 kilos.
Wow.
I feel that, once you go through the struggles, you have first-hand experience. You know when the client is reaching a certain plateau and what kind of motivation they need at that time. So I'm sure, you can add that value to the diet plans and nutrition plans.
Yes, exactly. And weight loss or fat loss or anything that you want to achieve is more mental than physical. What you're saying definitely resonates because it's true, when you're thinking something, you're going to do it. And where you're stuck somewhere, like if a client is stuck or if a client is, and you come to know through conversation, the consultation. So definitely your mindset helps, and a change in mindset is a change in your results, is what I believe.
And yeah, like you rightly said, weight loss first begins in your mind. So I tell my clients also when they come that the first step that you've made, I think that's a courageous step. That's the first step that, you've decided to do something about your health.
Yes, exactly.
So, you share this very inspiring story of your own transformation. And could you tell us some bits about the struggles that you went through personally in this transformation?
Yes, absolutely. So I was an obese child. I was obese all my life up until 3-4 years back when I actually had my transformation. Yes. So I was 90 kgs. I've stopped weighing myself, but last time I checked, probably I'm somewhere around 58, 59. And I've stopped weighing myself because I think the weighing scale does not decide my worth.
Absolutely.
And I tell this to my clients as well, that, don't keep the weighing scale so high up in your mind or in your life that it just decides everything for you.
Yeah.
So I also had PCOD. I have battled depression as well. And I can definitely say struggle, yes, losing weight is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I am a living example. And technically speaking, I was so lazy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's what I tell all my clients. So more than struggles, I have some learnings that I would love to share with someone who's, trying and is not seeing results. First is to be patient, because we're in this world where we have instant gratification. You order something, it's here. And that itself leads to impatience, which I've seen in most of my clients. And if you have patience, you have yourself a great transformation, because good things, not just in fitness or, weight wise, even in life, things that are worth having, they need patience and they take time. So if you just apply this very small formula to anything that you want to achieve, I think success is inevitable. So this is the basic of my learnings that I would love to share. Second is making consistent changes, but some things that is a lifestyle. So by consistent, I mean if you keep doing something over and over every day until you reach your goal, I think nobody can stop you. And a lifestyle change is very important, because I see so many people or clients who ask me that, I have a birthday to attend, or I have a wedding to attend. I want to lose weight for that. So if that is your motivation, or if that is your goal, probably you'll reach there, but it's not going to last very long. Maybe your birthday is in 2 months, or maybe your wedding is in 3 months. What after that? Are you going to give up on whatever you've started? Probably yes, because the things that you've started are not sustainable.
Right.
So I think sustainability and consistency are 2 tools you can use to achieve a mind-blowing transformation.
So patience, consistency, and sustainability.
Yes,
sustainable diets or lifestyle changes, I would say.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Patience, consistency, and sustainability.
Yes,
sustainable diets or lifestyle changes, I would say.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, like you said, that there is always something that you decide mentally that, okay, weight loss also happens in the mind first. What was your trigger when you started with the transformation journey? What inspired you or triggered you that, okay, now I have to lose weight?
So actually, it's a very funny story, because before COVID, when I used to work offline with clients, a client came into the office and I gave her a diet plan, and I was very unhealthy at that time. So she didn't say it directly, but she looked at the diet and she was like, okay, I'm going to follow it. But indirectly, and body language, I just perceived it. And what she wanted to probably say was, are you sure this diet's going to work?
If it's not working on you, do you think it'll work on me?
Exactly. And that was, I think, the turning point. And that created a very strong why within me, And that client is a very good friend today. And we sometimes laugh it off by saying that, you were like a catalyst, major catalyst in my transformation. So yeah, she was the one who pushed me, and that's why I started. But like I said, like something or the other came into my life, gave me inspiration, and that's where that's how I got here.
Quick question here. Firstly, I want to know that when you did decide, did you follow any fad or crash diets, or did you do it in a sustainable way? And how long did it take you to lose the amount of weight that you wanted to?
Right. So definitely, like, I did not do any fad diets because I was doing it all my life, right? So I thought it's time for a change. Let's see what happens if I just stick to something long enough. But then I thought that, to stick to it long enough, I have to make it sustainable. I have to make it in such a way that I'm either not bored of it or it's not creating a havoc on my health or, my metabolism. Right. So definitely I started what I could do, like follow long term. And to be honest, I'm still on the same plan right now. So what I started back then, I still eat the same things, which is everything. Trust me, I eat chocolate, I eat ice cream, I eat pizza, I eat everything. It's all about moderation and sustainability. Of course, there's a balance involved. So
beautifully put. Yes, there's a balance that you need.
Exactly. And that's how I'm here today.
Another point, very important point, which I want to touch upon. Like you said, your client kind of perceived you to be, look a certain way.
Exactly.
That is something that, we probably in our field, we struggle with. There is a perception that people come with that, okay, I'm going to a nutritionist, I'm going to a fitness trainer. They need to have a particular body type or body shape, but they don't understand that we are also humans.
Exactly.
There are metabolic disorders that we go through. There are hormonal imbalances, age-related problems. And, I've spoken with a few people and they've struggled with this as well, that, people have this image. So is there anything that you want to add here on how, people should not have this perception? Either, the beauty perception created by society that we are supposed to look like this, only then are we fit, or, if you're skinny, you're fit. That's a very common myth that people live with.
Misconception. Right. Yes, absolutely. So when my client actually asked me that, the diet's going to work, I was probably healthier than her. But I didn't look healthy. So society has this body image that, if you look a certain way, if you are a certain size, to be honest, you're healthy. But trust me, there's nothing to do with being skinny and healthy. Like, a skinny person can be unhealthy, but a person who's not skinny, or just a regular person, or even a person who looks unhealthy is healthy.
Right.
So health and being skinny are two different things. And I think for women especially, you should definitely care about your health, care about your fitness, don't care about body image. Because there are going to be times where you are put in a certain bracket where you have to look the part or feel the part. But you might just feel lost that, what am I doing here, or what's going on? But this message is especially for women that, of course, work towards your goal. But if someone is trying to say things, don't feel bad, because you are trying to do your best. And someone else's perception or someone else's opinion should not really make you feel, define you. Exactly. That's how it is.
So quickly, I want to, there's another question I want to ask you. You were a commercial pilot, and you rightly said that, you were not very healthy at that point of time. And there are a lot of people who have similar odd working hours, working through the night and, not sleeping through the day, etc.
Yes.
And erratic timing. So it becomes difficult to manage your meals and meal timings as well.
Correct.
Is there anything, any advice or tips that you can give those people?
Yes, absolutely. So most of my clients are busy people. Like they have busy lifestyle. They don't even have time to cook. So definitely one advice is, and I keep saying it, and I'm also writing a book about it, how I lost 30 kgs in one day. All you have to do is make one day perfect, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
Live in the present, make your today perfect, and do it over and over consistently till you reach your goal. Now for busy people, one very simple trick I give my clients is meal prepping, which is like a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just plan and prep everything in advance, I think you have success right there.
Right.
So yeah, meal prepping is one very important trick that I use with my busy clients.
So one day or day one, that
Yes.
should be the message here.
Exactly. So definitely, I have a lot of busy clients, and even my lifestyle was so busy when I was a pilot. So when I look back, what could I have done differently? The first thing is meal prep, and I keep saying this to my clients, and I've said it so many times, and I'm also writing a book on it, that how you can lose 30 kgs in one day, because all you need to do is just make today perfect. Think about the present, think about today. Make today good enough, make today perfect enough, and do it over and over again consistently till you reach your goal. So all you have to think about is today. But if you have a busy lifestyle, one thing that you can use, one very useful trick that you can use is meal prepping. So if you have a plan, just prep 1 week in advance. And for very busy clients, like in the US, some clients prefer to cook in the evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have time to cook in the evenings, maybe cook healthy and carry the same thing for the next day, so that you're done up until lunch. And then when you come back, you have time to cook again, and then just keep repeating that.
I think it's very interesting because if you can plan your menu in
Yes.
case you're not seeing a nutritionist, then you know exactly what groceries you need to buy.
Exactly.
You buy the same, list of groceries, and
Yes.
you have that, you prep it, save it. It just becomes easier
Yes.
to manage your week
Yes.
and eat healthier.
Yes.
Wonderful. Very interesting conversation and a lot of learnings here. But now let's take off to our fun segment, Sip Happens. So Nupuur, are you ready for a fun segment, Sip Happens?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you a series of true or false questions. If you
Okay.
answer incorrectly, you have to take one of these energy shots.
Wow.
These are sponsored by Ojo Lifestyle,
Okay.
and these are healthy cold pressed juice shots.
Wow.
We're
Amazing.
ensuring that you leave this healthier and glowing even more.
Yes.
So are you ready? This has to be really fast. So fasten your seatbelt
Absolutely.
and let's dive straight into this.
Yes.
First question.
Mhm.
Butter has more calories than margarine.
False.
That's good. All calories are created equally.
False.
Hot and cold water sound the same when poured.
True.
Ramnath Kovind is the Vice President of India.
No. False.
Dull knives are more likely to cause cuts than sharp ones.
False.
No, it's actually true. Please take a shot.
Wow.
Okay,
that was
next.
nice.
Hrithik Roshan's first movie was Jodha Akbar.
False.
The black box on the plane is actually black.
False.
What color is it?
It depends from maybe
Aircraft to
aluminum.
aircraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carbon. It's carbon. So, but the covering
Okay.
depends. Yeah.
A slice of toast has fewer calories than a slice of bread.
True.
False.
False.
It's the bread that's being toasted. Fish can't blink.
False.
True. Take
Oh.
another shot. Six-pack abs is a marker of prime fitness.
False.
Pooja Bhatt and Alia Bhatt are both Mahesh Bhatt's daughters.
True.
In a deck of cards, the king has a mustache.
True.
False. Take another shot. That's it, Nupuur. You did wonderfully well. You've emptied
you.
half the tray. I like that.
Yes.
And you have won this beautiful gift hamper from Krishi Crest.
Amazing.
These are products made from naturally grown organic produce. You're going back with this. A lot of goodies.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations. Thank you, Nupuur, for this wonderful conversation. But we're not going to let you go with just a hamper. We have a beautiful gift from Native Organica, our gift partner.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Also, Zoconut, our title sponsors and the makers of your app, have this very special memento made for you. I'm going to read out what it says. We applaud your spirit of entrepreneurship and wish you all the best for future endeavors. Thank you
so
once
much.
again.
Thank you so much.
Such an amazing and inspiring conversation, but that's all that we have for you today. Join us again next week, same time, same place, with a fresh set of guests. Till then, take care and be fit. Dull knives are more likely to cause cuts than sharp ones.
False.
No, it's actually true. Please take a shot.
Which one is the...
All are nice.
पूरा पीना पड़ेगा।
ये चलो तो है